Venimos hoy a cantar las maravillas que tiene el mundo. Es la tierra en que vivimos, es la tierra que nos sustenta, junto con nuestros hermanos, minerales, plantas y peces, aves, tierras, ríos, montañas, compartimos en armonía, y a vivir con el gran espíritu, y a vivir con la madre tierra, a vivir en paz y armonía, compartir esta nueva.
Hello, my friends, how are you? I'm very glad to see you in this occasion in the English version. I hope you are all good, and we give you the welcome today that we have a special guest here with us in Mundo Holistiko, and she is Master Valentina Correa Bove. Valentina, good morning here. Well, good afternoon here in Mexico. How are you, Valentina?
Yes, hello, Ana Silvia. Thank you so much. Good evening here in England. It's dark already, but yes, it's nice to have this opportunity to be here with you today. So thank you, Ana Silvia, for inviting me to participate.
It's a great pleasure, Valen, to have you here with us in this program, that we are having this program every Tuesday at the same time. So it is very, very important for us to have you here, because today I would like very much to tell the people who are you and what are you offering in this time for the therapy of the crystal and the obsidian therapy. Valen, well, I know you some years ago, and I know about your great job in these therapies that are very different than other ones, because it has a different approach. First of all, I have to tell that you studied political science and did a master's in politics of development in Latin America, did some working experience in the government academy, in the government, and you did some academic in the private nonprofit sector's service also in England and in Uruguay. You are from Uruguay, and it's very interesting that you are living today in Cheltenham, England, and studied this therapy that's named the Crystal, Obsidian, and Kundalini Massage Therapy, that is certified by the International Society of Obsidian Therapists. And obviously, I guide this society and have been working for 30 years with this specialized therapy and that I offer. And today, I'm so glad that people like Valentina, who is very serious with her work and with her development, is offering nowadays a formation, a diploma for all the people that would like to study this therapy. And now she's going to offer this online, isn't it, Valen?
Yes, that's correct. That's correct, Ana Silvia. And thank you very much for such an introduction. And as you said, yes, I think that all the therapists, the obsidian and the crystal therapists that we have formed in your method, we all bring a different, our skills, we give our qualities to the work we offer then to our patients. And yes, I mean, I had this a change from a more academic background. I think the research skills I still keep with me, because this work that we do with the crystal and the obsidian is researching in this whole universe of the information of the crystals as well, and healing and case studies. And I want to mention that we have in common, it was amazing when we met, we have in common that we both studied in London in the same university. So you also, like me, likewise, you have a background in politics as well.
Yes, right. In the same university. That was very interesting to see, to know, and to share. It was like, oh, well, we come from the same background, and it's very interesting. Huh?
Interesting how crystals connect us also with people from different backgrounds and same backgrounds as well. So yes, thank you. And as you mentioned, yes, I will tell today. I mean, we have a lot to talk in this space. I'm so grateful to be here today. But I will be telling you more about the diploma that is starting in May this year. The diploma of healing with crystals and obsidian, which is to train people, therapists, counselors, nurses, people in the therapeutic world, or people who are interested in well-being in general and want to incorporate a new technique, a new tool in their practice, or to start a new journey in their lives. So this is something that we can talk more and tell them about this exciting new opportunity, which is opening for the first time in English, under the healing method that you created, Ana Silvia, healing with crystals and obsidian, which embraces 3 main areas. I mean, I don't know if it's something that you would like me to start there with the...
Please go on, go ahead. Please tell us whatever you want to tell us, because it will be very interesting coming from you, telling you from your point of view, from your experience, from your ideas, from what you have been learning about all this therapy, that it is, as I was telling, different, because in this kind of methodology, new methodology, everybody would have to pass through all these experiences as therapy. That means that every person that will be teaching, studying to be a therapist, has to be in therapy, in doing the therapies, and working with the obsidian forms and the crystals in order to change their frequencies and to achieve all these changes we need to do in order to be healed, in order to be well and live in wellness. Isn't it, Palen?
Exactly. It's like for walk the talk, you need to live it, as you said. You need to experience it. So perhaps then I would like to start by sharing a little bit about my experience and how I started. Then I lead you all to the more details about the diploma, because when I was living in England, I had some health issues. And I was lucky to find one of the certified therapists by the International Society of Obsidian Therapists. And I was about to face an operation and for a problem with my periods. They thought there was a fibroids they need to remove. But I was lucky enough to find this therapist and had the Kundalini Massage 6 sessions. And during the 6 weeks period, I could experience a change in me, the well-being. It was a very transformative experience, I would say. Those 6 weeks that really connect me with the crystals, it connect me deeply with my emotions. And then I avoided the operation. I mean, when I had another scan, they say, well, there's no need to operate now. So I thought, well, I would like to learn more about this. And I started the obsidian therapy, as the process to go to the root, to go more to the internal process. And I started then with my willingness always to learn more. I started the diploma, which you were offering then in France and in Barcelona. And it was a very transformative one, because once you start to learn these healing techniques, that it's like as if we are learning to come out of our academic mind. Personally, for me, it was connecting more with my feelings, my emotions, which we always talk about feelings and emotions in life, but when you start using this healing method of the obsidian, it's like your emotional themes. I mean, you start to the first few months with the purification, mobilizing the energy, and then first with the crystals, learning about the healing with crystals, and then you will go into the healing with obsidians. And so it is a process that allows you to slowly start mobilizing the energy to transform the information in your chakras. So when you start working when you start the diploma, I mean, personally, when I started, I realized how much your energy levels, they increase, your perception changes, your vibration. And this method, Anna, that you have created, it really teaches this manipulation of the energy to transform that information in the chakras, in the nadis, in the meridians. And this with understanding that, and the experience that this has an impact in all organs and systems. So you can experience a well-being, and as a student, if you are coming to do this diploma, you will experience this well-being, this increased energy levels, this change in perception. And then you're gonna, once you have experienced the crystals, then I remember myself when starting with the obsidian, and it was that journey that you do it, slowly, because it's nothing rushed. You start with the use of the obsidian geometries. You start opening, moving any stagnant energy. You start balancing the energetic bodies. And as a student, my experience was that you do become, with that connection with the emotions, that they found an expression before, as if they were asleep in a way, or you weren't that conscious about it. So this will allow the students to really work in their own processes, to understand the emotional themes that they need to work in order to evolve in this life. It's as if as the the accumulative benefits of using the obsidian and the crystals, they start to mobilize the energy. You start to deepen your work with a hand by hand with a therapist, with a teacher, but you will start to also to unlock parts of yourselves that they were almost unconscious, and you tap into a new life force. It's as if when we start using the obsidian, you start to realize, things that you need to work with. And I remember even in one of the practical exercises that we did, and this was in Mexico, that as a part of becoming a therapist, I remember I had to learn to do diving, that you took us, some of the other teachers, to dive into the sea, because it's like really facing and trusting that you're going into the unconscious, and trusting that you will be able to, you're safe, hand in hand with your therapist, that you are that you can breathe. And at that point in my life, I had to make the decision, okay, I'm gonna face my fears or not. And this was like a stepping stone towards opening myself to really tap into this world of bringing those parts of me that they needed to be seen, faced, given expression, to evolve as human. So I would say this is a diploma that it has a very specific method. We started with crystals, the crystal therapy training, which is this learning of this method, the manipulation of the energy to increase energy levels, well-being. And this method that it has been 20 years in practice. So we will look at a lot of cases. And I see it again and again, in patients and students, how they feel the increase of the quality of life, the levels of stress, they diminished, the energy increase, and they can experience more peace. Then the diploma also comprises of the Kundalini Massage, That is another tool that you learn as a student. You're going to be learning and practicing. It has a theory and practice. That is to work with this energetic tool that can help people to heal, pain, inflammation, and whether there are blockages or illnesses in the body. So it's learning this technique that can help, when an illness has crystallized in the spine, pains or damaged discs or hernias. And so we work with that, with the crystals as well, and the Kundalini massage. And then
maybe Valen, it would be very good for you to explain to us, like how it is, how it happens to be that from the material world we have and we live this transformation, and this let's say damaged structure that is in our body, that can be maybe I don't know, a cyst, or can be a problem in a muscle, or a problem in a bone, or even in the blood, how these problems and damages turns off to disappear and become a healed structure, even though it is in the matter, even though it is in the 3D world, even though it is considered a bad, very bad, let's say, damage in our body that can get us to die. And how these crystals and obsidian are able to transform this energy in, not in a good energy, but in a healed one. Tell us how it gets to be from a damage to a healed structure in the matter.
Yes, exactly, because this is very interesting, because all this healing method is with the understanding that we, by working in our energetic bodies, in our subtle bodies, we can heal the physical body. And this is what you say when we start working, with when I say the energetic bodies, I mean the subtle bodies, which is this energy around us that comprises the emotional, the spiritual, the mental bodies, and they are around and connected with the physical body through the chakras. So this healing can happen, for example, in the case of the crystal therapy, and I will also explain also with the obsidian, both of them, is working with the understanding that we can reestablish these energy centers that are the chakras, that they are sometimes damaged or closed, and by reestablishing the flow in them, by reestablishing the functioning, we can activate the life force, and they are communicated to all, the organs and systems, like the endocrine system, the nervous system, every organ. So by restoring the a chakra, by restoring the functioning, we bring the optimum health to those organs and systems, and the activating the healing in our bodies. With in the case, for example, when we use crystals and obsidian that we applied in the energetic bodies, but we start also to unblock energies, because an illness is a stagnant energy, is an energy that has crystallized in the body, is a blockage. Is with this healing method is with the understanding that everything that happens to us has an emotional origin. So by working first with the crystals, preparing the patient, then going with the obsidian, with the use of the different geometries that they work at different levels on the energetic and physical bodies, they what we do is we can. If there is the person starts a process that is bringing consciousness of what is it that is causing that blockage, that illness, So we what we do when we use the obsidian is that we affect in a positive way, the physical, the emotional, the mental and spiritual bodies, and it will allow us to live our own process that brings a change in consciousness. And when we achieve this, sometimes this could be because of a belief system or a blockage in our patterns of thoughts, or it could be an emotion that it hasn't been given expression and it is being repressed. So this, that like an emotion that is inside us, I would say like a volcano, and it's not, it's threatening, it's gonna emerge, but unless we give it expression and we manage with the use of the crystals and the obsidian, then that starts to flow and it stops to be a threat. So with the accompaniment of a therapist, is that we can really go and work in this healing method, looking at the cause of the problem, the root, and unblock. For example, if we're talking about myomas or cysts, for women, or cancer in the ovaries. So is that work that we do with the obsidian, with the work with the archetypes, that it will allow a change in perception, a liberation, and an optimum functioning of the organs by unblocking that stagnant energy.
Right. Yes, Valen, this is the thing that we are definitely changing the information of this energy. And this is the thing, because it has to do with frequencies.
Yes.
The frequencies. When we work or we are, let's say, connecting with low frequencies, like the electromagnetic field is just the same. We always have problems, and these problems get into a stagnant moment, as you say. So this is very interesting, because I would like people to understand why are crystals so important in our lives, and also the obsidian geometries that can show you all these contents we have in our psyche, in our unconscious, that we cannot have any means to get there if we do not have an instrument such as the obsidian that can show you all the information that we have in the unconscious, our unconscious, isn't it?
Exactly. And this is interesting what you mentioned, Sylvia, of the frequency, because by starting the work with the crystals, we change our frequency. We are increasing our vibration. It's as if the crystals is an element, is a tool that allow us to take away our rigidities. It's like sometimes we feel rigid, we are stagnant. Let's say our emotions are inside, like stagnant water. If we put the analogy of the water with the emotions, if we think is the water which is stagnant, is not a healthy water. So if we reestablish that flow of the chakras by the use of the crystal therapy under this healing method, working with the chakras, we allow that the flow to be, and the water becomes clear, the emotions, they become more balanced, we experience more peace, and there is less internal conflict. The problem is when we don't look inside we don't pay attention to our emotions, is that those emotions, they become a conflict inside. And as you said, this is a wonderful tool, because the obsidians, because of its properties, it allows us to magnify those emotions. It allows us to really connect, and we do have to handle it with care, and that's why we always say it with the accompaniment of a therapist, because it's really like opening an onion. No, we are opening layers safely. Firstly, working with the crystals, then we go into the obsidian, and connecting with what it needs to be looked. And it allows us, what fascinates me about this healing method, that after so many years, is like the more you use it, it's like you become more honest also with yourself. No, it's like it's an invitation of this conversation with yourself.
But first, Valen, let me tell you something. You're right, and I'm with you because actually I see it every day. I see it in therapy. I can see it in the teachings. But most interesting thing is to have the braveness to go into your life, to open your life before your eyes, recognize your energy, recognize all your story, recognize all the things that have harmed you, but also the great things in life that have made you grow and be happy and be the person you are. So because before getting there, it is very important that the person, anybody who wants to work with Obsidian, being a patient, that we call him Obsidian.
Obsinautas, no, yes.
Obsinauta, an obsinaut, an obsinaut.
Obsinaut, everyone who uses or is studying or is a patient, and we call them.
We call obsinaut.
Like
so every obsinaut, what makes him or her different is to be able and wanting to look at our lives and wanting to see the truth and wanting to know ourselves and wanting to grow from a certain knowledge about ourselves. And then we can go deeper and deeper, as Valen says, because it's very easy to say, yes, I am going to work with Obsidian, but if I don't want to look at my life, at my deep life, it won't work.
Exactly. And that is a very, as you say, it takes a lot of courage because being able to look with honesty, like, and with the feet with the ground, because this is not a wishy-washy method that is like, okay, you do it. This is, as you say,
totally, yes.
It's deep, it's transformative, and it's a process. It's a healing process that is a holistic method. So we are multidimensional beings. It's not just healing the physical, as we mentioned. It does heal the physical, but also is healing all the other subtle bodies. So it's allowing you to, with your feet in the ground, in a way, it makes you feel humble, because it's like, well, I mean, you notice things, and sometimes you see things that you don't want to see, or you realize mistakes that you made, or in your life, as you said, things that, but also you do value good things, and the things that connect you with life and with love, and so we also connect with our more deep wishes as well. So it's very, very profound. And I was reading, I just want to share, because I was reading today someone post, and a teacher of mine, an old teacher of Vedic astrology, he did put a post of Einstein that it says, nothing happens until something moves. And this is exactly what we do with the work of the crystals and the obsidians. And this was Einstein saying this.
Right. Fantastic, because it's true. Why don't we go ahead? Why don't we go forward? Why don't we meet our goals? Why don't we get there? Because we don't move, because we are stagnant, because we don't move our bodies, because we don't move our minds, because we don't move our emotions. We want to stay still. Stay still, stay there is dead. Everybody that don't want to move is dead. Yes. So this is the difference. And it's so true. Now, yes, when Obsidian gets to your life, everything will change. Everything will move. And I tell you, nobody knows where we are getting to or going for. Nobody knows. Even though you don't know, you will not know until you get into this ship that's named Obsidian, and then you will discover what? Yourself. This is true. I am not lying. Everybody that comes to use to practice Obsidian therapy will really surprise himself, herself, because you will see another type of life, another things, talents, and things that are in you, and you will develop because you didn't know you have in there. And another thing is that you get accustomed to be in motion all the time, moving. You will not stop in any moment, no more. Why? Because we want to live.
Exactly. So it's that connection with the life force of the in your cells, no? Because it has an impact in every cell in your body. The crystals, the obsidian, they are activating that change in perception that allows you. When we say to move, but also I would like to say that in a way it's increased the vibration, because it's like, I mean, we start to feel better. The same as when we do exercise, we move and we feel better, you know. So it's that wellness that is, as you said, it's like you connect with a new life, new information as well. And why is that? Because the crystals, I mean, and the obsidian, they have this capacity of allowing us to process new information. We are bringing, you know, this by working with these ancient tools, that natural element that has been millions of years in the earth. So we are bringing this energy that, although it moves us, for example, with the crystals and the obsidian, because of the internal structure that they have, that is a very harmonious, that is it has geometrical forms inside, it will bring harmony to our lives. So when we become in contact with the crystals and the obsidian, although they bring movement, they bring they don't bring chaos, they bring harmony, they bring increased vibration, and they allow us to start to connect ourselves with more positive thoughts as well. So it is as if when we start to increase our vibration, and once you learn this tool, it's something that you know, my patients, my students, they use it for life. I mean, I do as well. I mean, of course I do. So it's like every time they say, oh, I was feeling, I forgot to do the crystal therapy 1 week, and then I found my crystals and I did it again and I felt back in balance. So it's having a tool that is accessible to all of us, and we can recenter, rebalance ourselves by bringing, when there is chaos, bringing this harmony and expansion. And we can say, even as this is I like to think that the crystals are like the antidote for this chaos that we are currently living, no? Because everything around, you know, information, well, everything that's happening globally, and so many things that happen in our life, that when we have this tool that can bring us back to balance, that can even help us to avoid to take other medicines, because you can take less chemicals. We are contaminated by chemicals in everything that we eat, and here we have something that can help us avoid to take some chemicals, that it will allow us to avoid to take something that is going to suppress our symptoms, because this is what medicines in general do. And so it's going to allow us to work with our theme, our illness, with our pain. And this is something that, as you said, is so powerful with the crystal and the obsidian, because you can be transiting an illness. You can be transiting, it could be physical illness, it could be mental illness, it could be something, but it will help you to really work with what you're transiting in a natural way, and go to the root of the problem and heal completely. Yes.
Yes, fantastic. Valen, please tell us. I will show here your information about the formation, the course, when it's going to begin, and what do people have to do in order to study with you this methodology, and how do they reach you? Please tell. Here we have all the information. Maybe it is in Facebook. You can reach it in Facebook, and also in Valentina's mail, that maybe you can look at it here. It's very easy. Contact
at valentinacorreabove.co.uk, or they can go to my webpage as well, in www.valentinacorreabove.co.uk, so where there is more information. So yes, I mean, this is, I mean, as we've been sharing with you, Anna, I would like to share with the people who is listening, is that it's a diploma that, yes, it does require commitment. From, if you want to study this, it requires your commitment. To become a crystal and obsidian therapist, you're going to have to work, you know, to do some academic work in this methodology, practical work, energetic works. But you have to work with the crystals and with different obsidian geometries. And once you completed, you know, the course, the practice, your therapeutic process, once you have acquired your clarity in your themes, the emotional themes, and with the, you know, with the authorization of me as a teacher and the other teachers, because I'm teaching it with you and 2 other teachers as well. And you will be receiving, once you complete all that, you will be receiving a certification that from the
a certificate,
yes, from the CITO, which is International Society of International Obsidians. And once all the case studies and exams and all the subjects exams have been completed, you will also receive from the certificate from the education of the education ministry in Mexico. There is a lot of support that you will receive also as a student, because, you know, the teachers, I mean, I think what is wonderful is this communication with the teachers. And we have yourself, Anna, you're going to be teaching 2 of the subjects, which are clinic and process and dream interpretation. Then we have Jose Alberto, who is going to be doing archetypes and religion, and Alejandra Hernandez, who is also going to be doing astrology and archetypes. So there will be a lot of close contact with the teachers, and academic support from the CITO, you know, and we will have a Facebook group also just for the group, so we can all share our experiences, and me as a teacher accompany you. And so yes, I mean, there's more information online, but I would say, if you feel, you know, you want to bring these tools to your practice, if you feel you've got the commitments, and as Anna said, if you feel you want to go into a journey that really connects you further with yourself, well, maybe this is resonating with you, and this is a healing method that will be very transformative and enrich your life, for sure.
Yes, I am sure that it will enrich very much your life, because we Obsinauts, we all continue using our obsidian geometries, because, as Valentina was telling you, if you are working with obsidian, all your energy will be in motion, and you will all the time be looking at new frontiers, new goals, new things that get you to another goals that maybe in other time you wouldn't have imagined that you could do that. So it's very interesting that the journey has to be taken from these emotions, because this is the part that we are really, really needing so much, because we have been working with the mental sphere many years, many years, thousands of years, and we need to come to work with our emotions, but not just work, but know them very well. So, and we have the chance to transform all the things we haven't really accepted, we haven't liked, we haven't really integrated, and we need to go there in order to let go so many things, and then live this life from today, each day life, and then we can go further in a better life because we accept it, because we can really see it or work that this life is more harmonious, as Valentina says, and most of all, we are healing our lives in all senses. So this is, I think, this is a very good proposal that, as I told you, we have been working now, teachers, now today we have more than 22 teachers teaching all over the world, like Valentina now is offering you this program online, that it is really a great chance for everybody. And yes, we are several teachers more that maybe afterwards, maybe Valentina would like to present in this program again. So Valentina, the only thing that I need to say now is thank you very much for being here in this space. Thank you for offering such a very good proposal for these times that we need. We need to be working a lot to be healed or be healing, and with everybody all together doing things in order to get a better world. I am so happy for your program. Thank you very much, Valen.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And just want to add a little thought. And as you said, when we pay attention to these emotions, is that we can experience more peace. And if we can experience peace inside ourselves, then we can see that peace outside. So yes, it's so necessary that we all, in a way, take responsibility for what we do. And this is a deep and very profound work that is available to all of you now. If you want to embark in this journey, yes, contact me through the website, and it will be a pleasure, to accompany all of you as your teacher. Thank you, Anna.
Thank you, Valen. Thank you, everybody. Sending you a lot of love, and everybody be well.
Thank you.
See
Anna.
you soon. Thank you, Valen. Thank you.
This method with us all. Thank you.
Hope to see you again. Hope to see you again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.